It's the Washington Golf Association Men's Amateur Championship happening here at Gamble Sands. And now talking with Brady Hatfield, the man in charge of this course that I'm seeing for the first time. Holy cow, congratulations. This is fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. We're pretty proud of the site here and the golf course that we've built. It's really a special place.
How old is Gamble Sands now?
I think we're going into our 5th year.
Okay. All right. Talk about the thought process that went into this. I know the Gebbers family is huge, and that's the reason why it's here. But the thought and now what has come to fruition, it's amazing.
Yeah, they've been looking at developing golf up here for a long time, and just this site here was discovered a little bit later in the process. And I think their goal was to kind of diversify the economic availability here in the region, to bring in some resort, add some tourism. And they certainly accomplished that. I mean, they built a top 50 golf course. It's really beautiful.
What is the plan for this footprint out here? Are we going to keep it undeveloped, or what is the game plan down the road?
Yeah, I think long-term you'll never see any housing developments up here on the property. And we're looking at future development, other property to be built for golf, additional lodging, maybe a par 3 golf course. So there's a lot of interesting concepts out there.
Talk about the process of how the WSGA came to you and said, hey, we want to do this here.
You know, I think they saw value in the facility. You know, the WSGA is always looking for good venues to host their events, and we were excited about the opportunity to bring 120 amateur players out here of this ability and see how our golf course stacks up against it. It's a different type of golf than they're used to experiencing. The golf course is playing incredibly firm and fast. It's true link style golf, so the ball's going to stay on the ground and be in motion on the ground a lot longer than they're used to. So it'll be interesting to see who can adapt to those playing conditions quickly.
Well, and we talked to Nate Schroeder with the WSGA about that, and they've actually shortened a couple of the par 5s because of that roll situation.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get 80 to 90 yards of roll depending on the hole that you're playing and whether it's downwind or downhill. So the ball travels a long way, and I think that brings bunkers into play that aren't usually in play. Golfers have to gauge yardage a little bit differently than they do on the west side, so it's really going to change their games. They're going to have to be pretty creative here.
For those who've maybe played at Desert Canyon and seen that style of course, this is way different than that. And what I expected was kind of Desert Canyon-ish, but you got a lot of green out here on the sands.
Yeah, we have 80 acres of short grass, and on a lot of golf courses, that's the total grass that they have. So we mow a lot of grass, very short. I think the biggest difference with regards to how the golf course will play is just truly using your creativity along the ground. Desert Canyon is kind of a point A to point B golf course, very target golf oriented, whereas here there's 4 or 5 different ways you can play all of these holes, and whoever has the best imagination and can execute that is probably going to win.
And that's what I was talking to Nate about too, is that this is a thinking man's course because you're kind of figuring a different way to approach just about every green.
Yeah, no question. I think I always use the word shot maker when I think about playing out here because you can hit the ball in low, you can hit it in high, you can use a lot of the ground terrains. The ground is really shaped uniquely on this golf course compared to others, so you can bounce balls in, you can play the backstops on greens. So it'll really be interesting to see who can be the most creative.
Now, for the people that are going to be seeing this on TV on the NCWLIFE channel, there's going to be a lot of people out there that just have a backyard and think, how in the world did they do that on the sand out here in Brewster to have the greens and the grass that good?
Yeah, it's a very unique site. You don't see, this is built on 300 feet of sand straight down to the Columbia River, and you don't see that type of geography around here very often, and so when they identified this as an opportunity to build a golf course, it was just perfect for not only a golf course but this style of golf course. It just fit perfectly.
As the manager of this course, and we saw Chip out on the course today, the head groundskeeper, and he kind of was a little surly. He doesn't want the shots to be, he doesn't want this to play easy. Talk about that from your perspective, and when you host, 120 guys out here, what are you looking for?
It's interesting that you say that. One of the things that was thought of when we built this golf course is we wanted it to be friendly for every player. We didn't want to beat them up. We didn't want them to feel like they went 12 rounds with the champ. Yet, when you host an event like this with 120 of the best amateur players in the state, you want it to hold up, and I think it's going to. I think with the speed that we've got in the fairways and the speed that we've got in the greens, Chip and his maintenance crew has done a phenomenal job this week preparing for this. We all take a lot of pride in the golf course. So we want to, we don't want to beat anybody up, but we want it to be able to hold up to the best players in the state.
Now, Nate said that they hosted the mid-amateur here a few years ago. What's the future for tournaments for Gamble Sands?
We'll welcome any event. We do a lot of corporate golf outings, but we'll take any championship event that would like to come out here. I think the golf course is worthy of it. The conditions are certainly worthy of it. And with our future development and the plans that we have moving forward, we'll have the ability to host golf events that require 36 holes or multiple golf venues.
Having an event like this here, what does that mean for Gamble Sands? I mean, you got 120 guys here. Probably a great part of this field's never seen this course before the practice round, before this tournament started. I can't help but think that that's going to just word of mouth be huge for you guys.
Oh, without question. The more eyeballs that you can get on your property, the better. These guys are well-respected golfers. They're going to go on. Some of these guys may go on to play on the tour. Most of them may go on to play college golf. And if they come up here and have a good experience, have a good competition and a well-run event, they're going to speak very highly of not only the tournament but the venue, and that can do nothing but benefit us.
Well, word's obviously already getting out about this particular course. How hard is it for just me down in Wenatchee to come up here and play?
Oh, very easy. We're open. The tough part is we're a seasonal golf course. We're only open 7 months out of the year, but all 7 months that we're open, the weather is spectacular. The conditions are good. We don't come out of the winter or go into the winter with average conditions. I mean, we're really pretty good coming right out of the winter, and it's a public golf course, and we have lodging on site. So once you get here, you can stay, and it's a great place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've just had a few moments to get around and take a look at it, and you guys have done a great job. Congratulations on that. The one final thing I wanted to say, with the temperatures, these guys probably aren't necessarily used to that. You got a bunch of Western Washington guys just kind of taking care of the bodies that are here. What's your message to them?
Stay hydrated. I mean, we preach that message to our crew, our staff members, all the golfers that go out and play. We do have carts available, but these guys are going to walk for 3 days, and we have a possibility of setting a record in Brewster on Thursday. So staying hydrated is paramount.
Yeah. Well, and Thursday they narrow the field down and probably get them on the course and off the course earlier in the day.
Yeah, only 60 of them will be playing on Thursday. So we could, some of them might be thankful that they don't have to go a third round, but I think all of them would like to be able to.
Well, Brady, thanks for inviting us up here and taking the time with us, and congratulations on hosting a great event and what you guys have done here at Gamble Sands.
Well, thank you. It's our pleasure to host, and we're happy to have you.